it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. I'm a UK-based independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I've got a little bit of gift packaging for you. Nothing new in the gift packaging that I'm showing you, but it's always useful to have a little refresher. So this is a hand sanitizer. I actually got this about 2 years ago in the States. So it's from Bath and Body Works, but it's a standard pocket back size. You can get these in the UK as well, and it's the 1 fluid ounce or 29 milliliter size, and it just pops in there, and you can use it as a stocking stuffer. You could use it as a tree gift, a table gift, whatever really, co-worker gift, assuming you're seeing co-workers, of course. So this uses Early Espresso. The Autumn is Gilded Autumn, that's the one, DSP, Specialty DSP I should say, and this sentiment from the press on, all you need is confidence and lots of coffee, because this is I Love You a Latte, which is marshmallow pumpkin latte scented, because that's a thing. So this time I'm going to make one to go with the Fa La 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 latte, which is gingerbread latte flavoured. And I'm going to go real red because I think real red will work really nicely with that. So let me show you how quick and easy it is to make. She says trying to find her Simply Scored. So I've got 2 pieces of real red cardstock. They're both 2 inches wide-ish. Those 2 inches wide. The smaller piece is 5.5 inch. Ooh, no, that is right, 5.5 inches by 2 inches. You want to score it, and it doesn't actually matter which end you do it from, but you want to score it at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches, and that's all the scoring you need on that one. For the longer piece, again, doesn't matter which end you work from, you want to score at 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, 3.5 inches, and 4.5 inches. Now this is going to be too long, but it's better that it's too long and you cut it down than too short. So I've deliberately made it too long. That doesn't look... Oh no, it is right. It's weird having a 2-inch square that's in the middle of a long piece. Anyway, so that's all the scoring. And obviously you can do that on your trimmer if you would rather. Then I've got 2 pieces of designer series paper, and this is from the, what's it called? Heartwarming Hugs, which is in Mossy Meadow, Pear Pizzazz, Real Red and Whisper White, which is why I've chosen Real Red. And I'm going to do my stamping in Real Red as well. So I'm just going to fold these roughly for the moment. This smaller piece I am going to grab a bone folder, famous last, where did I put it, words, no, should be in my, it is in my little tray. Oop. So, bone folder, score and score, and then this is going to wrap round. This is a way of saving on cardstock, because if you did this so that it was a whole piece, you'd have all of this waste. So this is a money saving way of doing it, just by using 2-inch strips. So I'm going to use Seal Plus. You could use tear and tape, or you could use Tombow liquid adhesive, but because I'm doing this for a video, I'm going for speed, so I'm using the Seal Plus. Now, actually I need to stick some paper on as well. So this piece is going to line up with the 2-inch square lining up to this crease here. And before I go any further, I'm going to attach my designer series paper, which I'm going to do with Seal. So I've got 2 pieces of the designer series paper. They are both 1 7/8 wide. This one is 3.5 inches. it needs to be at least long enough to come down to about here. So if we measure that, it needs to be at least 2.5 inches long and no longer than 3 3/4. But the main measurement is the 1 7/8, and then this is 1 7/8 square. So this is going to go on this square here. Now, if you have a directional pattern, which I did on my original version, which I'll just add this and then I will, bring back in my original version, you do need to think about direction because you want the bottom of your pattern to be nearest to the crease. So I'm just going to add that there. So if I bring this in, this has got leaves going up and down it, so you want them to be going up. And then this piece goes on the inside up at the top here. So again, some seal. And I am putting it on all 4 edges just because I am. You could probably get away without adding it to the bottom. And then that goes there. And this is where I say you don't want it to come any further down than this crease. But it doesn't matter if it's short of the crease. Right, so we need Seal Plus on this flap here. Got a hair attached, that's better. And then this is all going to wrap round. So in an ideal world, you also want Seal Plus on the back of this, which is where your silicone mat comes in, because your silicone mat will stop your Seal Plus from sticking to where you don't want it stuck. And you can just peel it up off your silicone mat. So what I want to do is wrap this. Now I want this lined up against this edge, but it's easiest if you actually have the base down, because you want everything to be square to the base. So have everything pressed down so it's on your work surface, and then it's going to be square. And then I should have put a bit of seal there, Seal Plus. In fact, I can put the Seal Plus here. This is just so that it all, stays in place. And then you can also, if you want, put a little bit at the top and the bottom, but don't go all the way because we are going to trim a piece off. So again, we're going to bring that round. We're going to make sure that everything is square. And just add that like that, and then we can get in there and just press everything down. And then this bit you're going to trim off just with a pair of snips. So just line your snips up, this blade against the edge of your box, and just trim. And then you get a nice clean edge there tucked away at the back, just like that. So don't need that anymore because everything's now stuck, and then our gel will go in very nicely in there. Right, so now we get to decorate. So I've got some Whisper White, which I'm going to use for my sentiment, and the sentiment and the embellishment are both from the gift wrapped. So I'm going to use the Especially For You stamp, and I'm using this bow, or sentiment and bow. You could use any of them, obviously. So I'm going to start by adding some Versamark to my stamp, just to protect my stamp from the real red, because real red is, it does stain things. So we're just going to come in and stamp. And I need to keep that out. I'm just going to clean my stamp off. Now, while we're doing all this, do remember that if you don't already subscribe to my videos, please do subscribe to my channel. There's a subscription bar down in the bottom right, or button down in the bottom right hand corner, so really easy to do. I've got my bow, which I've actually already Versamarked, as a protection, and just going to ink that up. And this is just a scrap of real red card that didn't work out as another project. And just pop that there. This is where I discovered that I needed to have stamped it the other way up for ease of stamp. Oh no, I think I'm right. And then close that. I'm just very quickly going to clean that stamp again. And then I'm going to bring in, and as you can see, it's helped stop the staining. And I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella and just add some Wink of Stella over the bow for no other reason than I can. And it just makes it look a little prettier. Now, so yes, so as I say, if you don't already subscribe, I will be thrilled if you would. At the point of recording this video, I'm so close to 9,000 subscribers, and it's a big thing when you hit the next 1,000. So I would be thrilled if we could hit 9,000. And if you're in the UK, do remember that you can shop with me. If you follow the associated blog post, which there's a link to that, I think I might need a new one of these. There's a link to that in the description bar. So if you open up the description bar, you'll find a link to the associated blog post, which will have more photographs, dimensions, even in centimetres if you're very good. Then you can also see what I've used, and you can shop with me. If you use the host code, you also get free gift if your order is at least £25. Ooh, and don't forget that I have launched my December Daily kit, which is available to reserve up to and including Monday, which is, I think, the 17th. But again, there'll be information about that on my website. So don't miss out on that. It's going to be awesome. Now, I've got the matching punch for the bow, and you can get this with the stamp set as a bundle at 10% off. Just saying. If you use the bundle code, you get the 10% discount. So that's that. Looking nice and pretty. Now for the sentiment, I'm going to do some surgery, because I do. So I'm using this stamp, this punch, and I honestly can't remember what it's called, but it will be listed in the products that I've used over on my website. So I'm just going to punch that out like that, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to punch it again, but I'm going to punch it that way. So I need a post-it note. So let's grab a post-it note, because that will give me some stability, something to hang on to. And then we're going to pop that back in and just line everything up again before we punch again, like that. Ooh, I just had a thought. No, I don't think it's going to work. It's going to be the wrong size, I think, but let's give it a... Trouble with post-it notes is they're sticky. Let me just grab something. I hadn't thought of this. No, it's going to be too big. I was just wondering whether we could use a circle of the red foil, but it's too big. We could if I brought out my dies, but I don't want this to be a die project. So this is going to go on the front, just here. And I'm going to pop that up, and what am I looking for? Dimensionals, that's what I'm looking for. Can't see them for looking, they're right in front of me. So 1, 2, let's just add, well, one of those fit, not quite. So I'm going to pop one on the back of there, and then I have got some mini dimensionals, so I'll pop a mini dimensional. Oh, and that's the other thing. I've got adhesive packs available. So if you want adhesive packs, again, go and have a look at my website. It's under current offers, I think, but I'll link it from the post for this video as well. That just there, and then this, and then we're basically done. So really quick, really simple, but just a bit of fun. So add those there, pop that in there. Now obviously you could use ribbon if you'd rather, but I thought I'd just use that bow stamp because I haven't used it much. So there we are, 2 nice little hand sanitizer gifts for someone you know. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Do remember, if you've enjoyed it, to give it a thumbs up. As I say, all the links are in the description bar below. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave those in the comments and I will get back to you. And I think that's it. Have a fantastic Friday, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for Simple Stamping Saturday. Thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic day. Bye.